Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Crystal Heart. My name is Crystal and today is Halloween. Happy Halloween. Okay, so before we get into this video, don't y'all forget to go ahead and like the video, hit the subscribe button, and click around to some of my other videos and see if you like what I put out. So today, we're just gonna do a video talking about this quilt here. It is the quilt that comes out of the 2022 Spooky Box by Fat Quarter Shop. And it is this pattern, Spooky Faces. So I know when I did the unboxing for this box, I said that I would not be making this quilt because I just didn't need another Halloween quilt. Well, I decided to make the quilt. I was going to film an entire video about it, but that didn't work out. An entire video like showing the process. That didn't work out, so that didn't happen. But I went ahead and finished the quilt last night. Now I'm here to show you on Halloween day. So I did not actually quilt it yet or do the sandwich. This is just the quilt top, but I'll show y'all everything that I used and what I did and what I changed and didn't change. So the pattern is called Scary Faces. Finished size is 42.5 by 42.5, and this comes in the Spooky Box from Fat Quarter Shop. They actually are still selling the box on the website. And who wrote this pattern? I'm assuming it's just a Fat Quarter Shop pattern. Okay. So, as you can see, mine does not look like the photo. The recommendation for the background was this gray fabric, and then they used some of the included fabric for the diagonal parts. So the included fabric is, it was a 10-inch stacker. What was it called? Bad to the Bone by Mind's Eye for Riley Blake. So we got that stacker, and when I saw it, I was like, okay, but I didn't want my quilt to be actually the way that's in the picture. Like, that was a little, not boring, but just a little too plain, and I have a plain Halloween quilt. So I figured this one would be one that my children would love, and maybe they can put in their room for Halloween next year because it's not done. Okay, so instead of using that gray background, I found this purple color in my stash, and to be honest, I do not know where I got the purple from. I don't know what brand it is, but it actually is not, I don't think it's a quality fabric that I had in my stash. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm pretty sure it's not like a high quality. So it's not something I would recommend. It's going to be fine for me because this is not a quilt that's going to be getting used like all the time or anything. It's going to be a wall hanging when it's over and done with. Next year I'll finish it up for that. And then for the pumpkins and the ghosts, I did use the 10-inch stacker that came in the Spooky Box. They use fabrics from the 10-inch stacker for these tiny squares. I decided I wanted it to be more contrasting, so I used this like chartreuse green, lime green color, and I didn't have enough of one lime green fabric, so I found two that were really similar. One, when we get up close, I'll show you guys. One is this, I believe it's a Riley Blake fabric. It has a little X's all over it. I know this fabric comes in many different colors because I have it in many different colors. And then the other one is just a solid. But the colors were so similar that I figured I can just use them interchangeably. You can kind of see the difference, but not that big of a deal for me at least. And yeah. So another thing that I do not like about patterns, and I probably would have never done this pattern if I would have known ahead of time, is like tiny pieces. And I should have known, like looking at the pattern you can see, but each one of these squares are like 1.5 inch squares before you sew it, and it was a million of them. And there's purple ones too, so there was a million purple 1.5 inch squares, the green 1.5 inch squares, the black 1.5 inch squares. It was a million of these small pieces. I do not like quilts with a lot of tiny pieces. I like bigger piecing. but it did come together pretty easily, so I can't complain there. So I'm gonna flip the camera around to show you guys up close all the different fabrics that I used. So give me a second. Okay, hopefully this isn't too shaky. So here you see this was a fabric that was in that 10-inch stacker, that Riley Blake stacker, and it is just orange with black bats. And everything that came in orange, they had one that matched in white. So if you look down here, I have the white with the black bats. So hopefully I'm not giving anybody whiplash. So I used that one in this black. Once again, I don't remember where I got this black, but it's not a solid black. It's kind of like a little cloudy looking black, which I thought was fitting for Halloween. So I had this in my stash. I had a little bit, don't know where I got it from. So this is the two different solids that I use. As you can see, there's a difference, but it's not huge. And this is the one with the X's, and this is the solid. And I do know that the color is kind of shifting in the video because this purple is so bright that my camera cannot get focused and get the color right. And when I put my hand in the picture, it kind of changes the balance too. So this ghost was in a white fabric with these little black dotty dots that was also in the stacker with the eyes. And this is the coordinating fabric to the white, but in orange. And then if we move on, as you can see, I did multiple fabric changes. Like, I didn't care where I put each. I just went with it. And this is the white with the spider web, and it's like a metallic silvery spider web. This pattern I thought was so cute. And this is just little skeletons. And because I hate directional fabric, so I did not worry about direction whenever I did my piecing. If some of the skeletons were hanging upside down, going sideways, I did not care, because I refuse to worry about directions unless it's something that I'm like stripes or something like that, which I rarely ever use. This is the orange with the silver spider web. And then we saw the white ghost with the bats. And then this is the orange with the little skeletons. Like I said, did not worry about which direction these skeletons were going. Same with the bats. Some of these bats are upside down, sideways. I did not worry about it. And as you can see, I didn't clip all the threads off. Not worried about that. So this is the entire quilt. It's like a baby size or a wall hanging size. It'll be a wall hanging for us. And let me flip you guys back over so we can talk some more. So I know it's hard to see the entire quilt in like in the frame. So I'll just post a picture that I took right here so you can see the entire quilt. This is also the picture that will be on my Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, then go ahead. The link is below. Follow me on Instagram and go follow my Etsy shop and all that so you can see the fabrics that I have for sale over there. But anyway, so this is it with the quilt. Like I said, I finished it last night. I'll quilt it up next year, so it's going in my box of unfinished quilt tops. And that'll be it. Like, I really like it. My kids like it. They all say they like it better than the bats and boos that I did last year. I'll put a picture of that here in case you haven't seen that quilt. But it's also a Fat Quarter Shop quilt from last year. It was their quilt along. It's a free pattern. But I hope you guys like this. Like I said, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Happy Halloween. Y'all have fun. Don't eat too much candy. Do y'all like my little Halloween shirt? All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.